Hey friends, welcome back. Today we are here with my zero gravity chairs. And as you can see, one of them is not in very good condition. First off, I do want to apologize for the lighting today. I'm sure everything's going to be blown out. This is terrible conditions to film this in, but kind of got to work with what I have. I don't have a lot of other choices. But Coco is here to help out. And you could say a little prayer for Coco because she unfortunately has heartworm. She's undergoing treatment. I don't know if it's going well or not, but she's a good dog, and we're hoping she pulls through. But she's always willing to help out, right, Coco? Yeah. So anyway, you can see that this chair here, the elastic cords have completely snapped. They are in terrible shape. Um, the chair has become unusable, and you can see it's in a terrible state. So I think at this point, most people would just throw the chair out, which I don't want to do. It's a good chair. These things are not cheap, and I think we can fix it. So with this kit from Amazon, that's $10. We should be able to restring this chair, make it good as new, and hopefully get several more years of life out of it. So let's jump in and give it a try. So let's take a look at this kit and see what's actually in here. So there's zip ties, and use the zip ties to keep the spacing once you cut out the old, elastic. And there's supposed to be 4 strings here, so let's see. And the 2 longer ones from the bottom. Perfect. All right. So step 1 is you are supposed to take the zip ties and zip them in so that you keep the chair spaced properly, so that you makes it easier to wind the elastic through the bungee cords. I think the only tool you should need for this project is a pair of cutters. You could probably even use a pair of shears or scissors. So what we're going to do first is we're going to cut out the rest of what's left of this guy. Set all this off to the side, be thrown out. And I think the best approach is to leave everything else strung and do one at a time, because if you take it all off at once, you're going to make it a lot harder for yourself. So we want to maintain the approximate spacing that should be here with the cords. Wow, it's hot out today. Goodness, I'm cooking. I think we might have to move this into the shade of the garage. Sorry about that, guys. Man, my phone was overheating. I was overheating. So we had to move operations into the garage where at least we have a little shade. So let's continue to add some zip ties. We don't need a lot, I don't think. Now it looks like the chair was double strung before, and this is meant to be single. So we're gonna try it out. Let's see. So what you want to do is put one side through, and then you turn this guy, this T, to make it straight so it catches on the back. I'm questioning whether we actually start down here or we start here, because it doesn't look like it assembles the same way as it used to. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say we're gonna start here. So it would appear we have quite a bit of extra, and I don't see that there's any way we can double string this because it's obviously not that long. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do here. All right, so I pretty quickly realized I made a mistake, and you are supposed to double this up. Doesn't seem like it's gonna work, but I guess it should. So we're gonna try that. Yeah, I had to undo everything I just did, and let's start over. And I'm still sweating to death. All right, so what we're supposed to do is fold it in half. It's supposed to go through the first loop and pull them out, make sure they're even. Tighten that loop really well, and now string them together. So, man, I don't know if this is going to work. But it's supposed to, so let's see what happens. So I think at this point we're going to stop and we're going to try to pull some more slack out. I don't know. Let's give it a try. All right, so this last part is coming up one loop short, but I think I'm okay with that. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to feed it over the top. You push this through, and then you extend the T on the bottom so it catches on the bottom of the grommet. So through, and it catches. And I'm one grommet short, but I think these ropes were rated for chairs that had one less loop than I have here on this chair in particular. But I think I learned something here. So for the top portion, I'm going to cut these out, and then I'm going to use a zip tie to cinch it all the way over. And then on the other side, I can use the zip ties to cinch that side all the way back. That way it's much easier to string them all, and I don't have to go back and pull them as tight. So we'll see if that works. All right, so let's give this side a shot with my new theory. And if I didn't mention it already, the instructions are absolutely terrible. So you kind of got to make it up as you go, because their instructions, the actual instructions on the Amazon listing aren't bad. And I'll have a link to this down below. But for 10 bucks, if this works, you can't beat it. I think some beefier zip ties might be better too. All right, so that is pretty close. So let's do the same thing. We're going to take our short string now, double it up, bottom loop goes through, make a knot, make sure they're still pretty even, pull it tight, and we start lacing. If you do end up crossing them over like this, I think it's best to go back and try to fix your mistake before you move on, because I do think it makes it a little tougher. That's not bad. All right, so I'm not going to bore you with doing the other side. I think the key is cinching it tight with the zip tie so it's easier to string. To continue to pull it tight as you're going, and then yeah, just do your best. So I'll do the other two parts, and then I'll bring you back for the finished product. So I did want to show you, since that side is so tight, these zip ties are garbage. They hold like a couple pounds. I do have some beefier zip ties, and I think I'm going to be using these to be able to actually, you'll see, pull some serious tension. And that way I'm able to actually pull it tight and not have to fight with those stupid zip ties. Like I said, these are garbage. I wanted to show you how close I was actually able to draw it in with the better zip ties. All right, guys, what do you think? Ready to go. Let's try it out. All right, here we go. Nice. Very nice. Just like new. Oh, it's fantastic. All right, so some final thoughts. 10 bucks and an hour of my time, and I have basically a brand new chair. Well worth it. You know, especially seeing these things can go for $50, $60 online, or even more, up to $100 for a zero gravity chair. Just make sure that you count the grommets and the loops to make sure that this particular kit is compatible with your zero gravity chair, because there are some variations in sizes. So I'll leave an affiliate link down in the description if you're interested in purchasing one of these. I think it's definitely well worth it. It wasn't too bad. You know, was it the easiest thing I've ever done? No. Was it the hardest? Absolutely not. and I got a working chair again that we can use. I'm pretty happy. So all that to say, don't throw it out, fix it. I'll see you next time.